How's it going, everyone? Today we're taking a look at our most recent build, which is the Impr3za by Casadio Designs. Overall, this was an awesome build which I really enjoyed. Two-door Impr3za is a cult classic and it came out awesome. Pretty impressed with the build documentation on this one. The designer Casadio included a print matrix which goes through all the parts, tells you what supports they need and all the print settings for them. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with pre-sliced build plates, but overall with the print matrix it made it pretty easy to get this one set up. In total, I think it was about 46 print plates for us, sliced up in Orca and printed on our bamboo P1Ss. In total, it took about 4 or 5 days across the 3 printers to get everything printed out. Parts do have a lot of supports as well, so there is quite a bit of post-processing that needs to be done before you can stick it all together. The overall detail and aesthetics of the build is really cool. The interior came out really well with the functional doors. Got a boot that opens. Oh. And under the hood where all our electronics are. My favourite part about this build was the all-wheel drive system. We've got a diff in the front, one in the rear as well, connected by a tail shaft. The detail of the diffs was really cool, and the way it was all designed was quite impressive. This build does use a lot of screws. In total, I think it was about 750 M2 screws. We're using a machine threaded screws as recommended by the designer. One thing to be careful of if you do this build is that it can be a little bit easy to strip these screws as you're screwing into the plastic. So just be careful, use a little bit of mechanical sympathy, and just take it easy when you're threading these in, especially on the wheels. The shocks on this one are a 3D printed shock. They work quite well. Although there isn't any dampening. Initially when we put it together we used some springs that we had laying around, but they were a bit too thin and just didn't provide enough support. We had a lot of sagging. We went with these knobbly rubber tyres. You do have a few options with the build, including some 3D printed ones. One thing to note is we had some clearance issues when we initially installed these, which resulted in the wheels rubbing. We ended up installing these extra parts which came with the build. These red bits here. So they lift the body up and gave us the clearance we needed. For the electronics on this one, we're running the standard recommended electronics. So it's a C3530 1100 kV motor, a 16 BL30 ESC, and a standard size 20 kg servo. I was really impressed with how the car handled and drove. The all-wheel drive system works really well, and on the snow-covered driveway we had some really cool slide action happening. On a 2-cell battery we found the standard electronics to be a little bit too underpowered. We switched it out to a 3-cell and that was a whole lot better. It would be interesting to see how the car handled a higher kV motor or a slightly larger motor. There are options for running a larger motor with a different gearbox. It'd be interesting to see how a 1400 kV motor on a 3S did. Overall I really enjoyed this build and it came out great. If you plan to build one of these yourselves, make sure you head over to rcprinter.com and check out the build kits we have available. We've got kits which include just the fasteners, ones that are a full hardware kit including the shock springs and bearings, as well as kits including the full electronics.